First, you'll receive an email with a link, and you'll click on the link, and you'll go in and register into the portal. And once you do that, you'll put in all your information, including your commitment to the project, your letter of intent. There's a few tasks in there. Next, you'll be brought into the courses site, which is our LMS or learning management system. And that is where you enter the portal. It looks like just one little program, but when you click on the green bar with the words see more, you'll see all the steps within the 12 to 14 month process. So you have all the initial scheduling of the dates, which ends up captured here. And you'll have access to your various surveys and watching your pre-project modules, they have the words train the trainer in them. And then your individual modules and your post-training surveys. And then you'll go into a regular routine with your group review module, your leader guide, and mentoring, which helps you with, again, engaging with the previous month's content. And then in that same month, you'll be getting your next individual module, workbook, and survey. This requires about 4 hours of your time each month, some of which is self-paced, like when you do your individual modules and workbooks, and others that are pre-scheduled, like your group review dates and your mentoring dates. So I want to drill down a little deeper into this process. There will be another slide on what's in the mentoring, but if you click in on an individual training module, you'll see that you not only have the training module itself, which just popped up there, you also have these blue boxes that when clicked on brings up your brown and blue workbook. That's fillable if you want to keep it in soft copy. Either way, you have to have a way to bring this information to your group review sessions. Then, also when you're leading a group, you go into the group sessions, and you'll see that there's a leader guide, and then there's the organizational blueprint. This person happens to be working with 2 different organizations. That's why there's 2 blueprints. And you'll see the group module. So when you're leading a session and being prepped as a facilitator, you'll find the group module here, and the leader guide is also in this section. So the leader guides are green and blue, not brown and blue like the individual workbooks. This process, once you get into month 2 and beyond, it becomes a regular routine until the end of the 12 months. In the portal, and I click on the mentoring, you're going to see all kinds of things in here. So we've got these 4 documents, and I'll just go over those briefly. One is the mentoring template itself, which takes you through the questions that are connected with that particular content, especially in the early stages. And you'll also have access to a document that's in the reference library. It can be downloaded over here, and it's basically the purposes of mentoring. What are these 9 pitfalls that should be avoided during mentoring, which is something that I would suggest you have with you when you are mentoring to make sure you don't slip into these pitfalls. And a little bit more about some of the details, especially in the early days. These are very helpful to refer back to. Then you also have a set of intrinsic profiles on everyone in the group. This happens to be a very small group. This is a group of people going through consulting training, and you click on their name to get their full profile, and then this is the profile of the group that's involved. And then you can also put in who you're mentoring. So here's your drop down, and we're going to have Dina be the mentee. So it'll automatically populate Dina's colors both in her natural state and in her work state. And so down here, if you take a look ahead of time, you can go, oh yeah, Dina's a blue-green. That means that she's very relationship-oriented, and I could put that down here in these notes. And she's also very all about helping people be competent, etc. So you want to have some insight. If you don't know, go to these detailed profiles and pull up Dina's descriptive details about her personality so that you can kind of remind you what are the specific things that this person, how do they like to be communicated with, what causes them stress. And it helps you get to know the people that you're mentoring, and hopefully they're doing that for you as well. And then again, you just fill out the date, and then down here, any notes that come up throughout the course of your mentoring session, which is going to be kind of changing over time. And in the process of taking your notes, if you do the mentoring and you don't have time to fill out the form immediately, you might get it started and you have to stop. You can save and continue later, or you can go ahead and submit. And when you submit, it sends a signal to your managers, that really a list to us that we then send to your managers, that helps them to see that the mentoring is occurring. And this is the blueprint for the group, and you want to just make sure that you're having that handy so that when you open, every mentoring session is opened by reviewing purpose and values. So we just wanted you to know that we've got a very detailed process for the mentoring within the portal. So this mentoring one and this group one are really reviewing the individual module one, that type of content. The purpose of this video is to demonstrate that Lifework Systems has built a comprehensive, scalable culture transformation process and implementation model that supports consistency, stability, sustainability, and scalability, no matter how small or large, nor how widely you are situated geographically. In this way, your people gain a common set of tools, concepts, and processes that eventually become integrated into the operations of your organization and that are managed internally over time.